Mr. Cooper, you have data transfer of your this muscular system. Now that your muscular system data, what is coming to me, that report. That you have done crime against humanity, that Russia has picked up your Sujit Sarkar and Tujay Sarkar, the criminals from Vidhan Chandra Agriculture University, Jayan Tarafdar, Devajit Ghosh, Dipankar Ghosh, Dibyendu Ghosh, Manoranjan Khara, Poti Singh Rai, Jeevan Dukkal, Jaivik Lal. Corona, he has killed 10 million world people. He is a one bioweapon engineering system, that Corona, that he is spreading with his massive world network of the terrorists and tourists, and that a huge massive fund, that funds and U.S. government cannot imagine, that all political people's fund is mere and scanty to such Indian tours. A few of Indian thousands of people, many of the world half portion wealth with them, and share that massive setup. At least 10 to 15 million English-speaking IT professional, journalists, media people, scientists has been misled, enforced, and kidnapped to do on behalf of these criminal muscular annihilation of the world creatures and the human, animals, etc., and that wildfire of the jungle firing and poisoning of the sea, ponds, lakes, and the contamination of the pathogens. Each and every species, virulent pathogen has been developed last 30 to 40 years. That is a very astonishing figure. And in this White House that has become the Saturn house by this Bengali Baliban, they have cheated that whole Indian politician and USA politician, and they practically replaced the telekilling system, that imaginary astonishing-based undersea, invisible waves, that magnetic field, psychosomatic field, Indian tantra and spiritual path, that witchcraft, that horrible witchcraft, the sea, ocean. The ocean vast media can work as a vast magnetic field that can engulf the whole universe. If you would mention what I have given that theory, that kind of mass you can mobile stage and bring and sit in the rotational form, folding form, to shape your life and to misuse this force to kill and damage the nature, the muscular system, that torch-like magnetic field or gravitational field, squeezing, folding, tilting, reversing, vortexing, and that cloud formation in the vortex form. And it is, as can be seen, that how that very stream in this arc and this magnetic form, very massive, that was very critical from that underneath, or that is mainly underneath, undersea. And for one man to imagine how this people is coming housetown, or this people is covering that west coast Pacific Sea and the east coast, the Atlantic Sea, that horrible for this, that killing of how many people has been killed to Corona for reason, fake reason, that New York City, where there was a massive, that cruise night journey, Atlantic Ocean, that misleading type of upper cruise and belong that human killing system. That is a horrible mechanism. I cannot mention those things. And day and night, what with great difficulty can trace a life living fear of my relatives, my brothers, my countrymen, my own life. It is in a horrible stage I am fighting as I have lost my family members, my relatives, even my Gurudev has to succumb to such an attack. And my all disciplines, the religious societies, institutes, that all brotherhood, sisterhood, almost finished, killed by these criminals. That is a horrible story that one religious, spiritual system, they could have helped me, but I have not able to get to connect in there, to call the telephone as they will be targeted and killed, they will be victimized. So I have refrained in that way to connect any more friendship, even though they have lost life. It is an horrible, the killing system. I want this Indian government people jointly to work and to inform the world bodies in such a manner who is doing informing, from what computer and what email, that should not be learned by third parties. But that genuine information as quick this massive communication which reach the whole world, top important officials and scientists, etc. As I have been astonished seeing this handicapness or culpritness, satanism of who not listening and not doing proper investigation of corona, lot of various pathogens or epizootics of why. Those peoples are so now has been replaced with the fraud criminal satans of Indian born who have this multi-country citizenship and to misuse to and the killing of their various countries' scientific body at their hand, association at their hand, as their English speaking, by vast speaking and vast science graduates, life science, chemical, physical, mathematics, etc. That vast of Indian graduate scientists are coming, the brain has been come into the USA. That is not help that USA and world science, but that is a harmful and the cost of the Indian scientists reaching USA and abroad from India, that they have doing conspiracy against the whole humanity, and that is horrible story. That Joy Biden and Kamala Harris is any way to remain in the Bay of Guatemala, that punishment, that third degree, fifth degree enjoyment of that, because these people, if they are Indian and American, etc., the lot of Democrats, even Republicans, Jindal has to be give responsible answer. Tulsi, but everybody has to give this answer. Why they have remained silent? This is a lot of people who have changed their intent, that cross-breeding in the different way, the easy pathways, that the Jewish identity misuse, the Poland, etc., and the Jewish pathway to Indian, very easy to come, to remain in the warm countries and warm ways, in other ways, life, and Asian countries to mingle on that, what can make hotspot of that education, terrorist, by the Middle East Islamic countries through the Bangladesh and Pakistan. And Nepal has become the host corridors where these peoples have remain India. To misuse this, and I wanted to, as it has become fast, to create and remain Nepal outside of India. That is the transition point of this, taking this Islamic people, that Indians, mainly Hindus, but they have to misuse this Christianity, Hinduism and Islam that there are no bondage, no affinity or caste feeling or sin feeling. There is a fear to Lord Jesus or Lord Ram or Lord Allah. Nobody is to hear. They are the Satan's follower. This culprit leftist look people are so greedy fond of that illegal enjoyment, looting and killing, exploiting. There is a mass murder. The traitors of India, the Satan betrayers, preparators to the way and the very misleading way to in U.S. military affairs, defense, NASA, meteorological, that National Oceanographic Operating Institute. There's the traitors, that is a sabotage doer, that the traitors betrayal killer of this mass killer. And the telekilling system, it is the havoc, the gravitational field, psychosomatic field with the mind, the Indian spiritual, the thought has. It's not a conception, it is a practical experience, and that way the German scientists that develop the best of the best world scientists. Einstein, your German scientist. So this is all the best Jewish scientists to the German world. That they have gifted the whole world that all this philosophical transition, and Max Muller has helped this Indian and British government was so related with a Royal Asiatic Society and Royal London Society to get all the clues of Indian spiritual thoughts and etc. Sage, Rishi, Muni's concept. So China, etc. Thus all these thoughts have got the two, three countries, particularly UK and Germany, then France and then Italy, which Italy has been badly damaged by this culprit, the scuba diving and the merino undersea peoples of Indian born have destroyed Italy and Greece, so and Portugal and the France, all the sea surrounding countries, and that is then one country, Italy. So it has been devastated of that population of Italy. And the Pope post I do not know, and Vatican as really the Satan's office of Satan, or the Vatican's peoples have been captured by that Satan's bishop and padri. That is a very much doubt of this. Looking up the Eastern Church, that Russian Church headship, it is a very horrible that culprit, and that present in USA. The staff of the army staff, the head, he is a horrible personality, he is laughing, etc. That has become very much doubt to fear that what he will do against the USA and the rest humanity to destroy the humanity, etc. That is the kind of stances given to post today. That is the